helping make your life easier. Moms Every Day.
Welcome to momseveryday.com. I'm your host, Jen Lennon. Today I'm joined by Kevin Thibodeau. He is, of course, the owner of Western Roofing Specialists. Kevin, good morning.
Good morning, Jen.
And Kevin, I have to say, you light up my life.
Why, thank you.
And it's not just the tuxedo.
I try.
Because that's our topic for today.
Actually, yes.
We want to talk about light and how to bring more light into our lives. So how, in terms of roofs, can we do that?
Well, you know, Jen, we live in Colorado Springs,
Yes.
and we get enormous amounts of sun, one of the sunniest cities in America.
Which I love.
Yes, me too. And skylights are very, very popular in our
Okay.
city, and that's a wonderful way to bring in light into a house and to change the entire atmosphere. They're beautiful. They change the way a whole room looks, and they're design implements that are excellent.
And we can see some examples of how to implement these in different rooms. I know, that one in the bedroom for me, I could imagine that because I have a room where I have to keep my blinds closed a lot. So I can imagine bringing in natural light through the roof would be wonderful. Or even in the kitchen. Now, these types of skylights you can install with Western Roofing,
Absolutely.
right?
Western Roofing Specialist specializes in skylights. We do one of those, installing them, putting them in, maintaining them, answering all the questions about putting in new ones and how to fix the old ones, and we specialize in that product.
Okay, so let's talk about skylights a little bit, though. They're gorgeous, obviously,
They are.
Aesthetically, as well as bringing light into the home.
Yes.
But if you're going to have a skylight installed, what are some of the things you need to be aware of? I assume it's not as simple as it looks, right?
The thing to remember about skylights, they are atmospheric chambers. They change the atmosphere in a room. Most of the time they do that good. Sometimes they can allow condensation to move where condensation hasn't been before.
Okay.
Sometimes you'll hear whistling sounds. They do change the whole atmosphere of a room. They are essentially a beautiful hole in your roof.
Okay, I mean, really, let's be honest.
Yeah,
They are a hole in your roof.
That's what they are.
So if they're not installed properly, I mean, I know you've taught us about roofs, Kevin, and there's a whole system that's working up there.
Right.
So explain to me the installation of a skylight and what we need to know.
The skylights have two fundamental parts. They have the thing that's actually the skylight. That will sit on top of a curb that's usually 4 to 6 inches high, and where that curb intersects with the roof, that's the roofer's responsibility to make watertight. But you can have problems from a skylight at the curb, or you can have problems from the actual skylight itself. So those are things that you have to keep in mind. A skylight itself can let water in, even though the roof itself is fine.
Right. Okay, so if you're experiencing a leaking skylight, it might not actually be the roof, as you said itself. The skylight could be deteriorating, right?
You're right. It can also be condensation. People love them in their bathrooms. So they'll go in, they'll have them. It'll be 8 degrees outside and 81 degrees in your house at 100% humidity. The air goes up, freezes, then it thaws, and it comes back down, and people think their skylight's leaking.
But it's just condensation.
It's condensation coming up in there. You wouldn't normally have that if there wasn't a hole in your roof.
Right. Okay. That completely makes
That's
sense.
right.
So having an expert like you guys can walk us through the process if we want to install a skylight. What would be the step, Kevin? We call you, and what kind of things do we need to consider?
Well, first thing you need to determine is why you want a skylight anyway. Sometimes people just want light in an area. They're not really looking to change the architecture of a room. They just need light. There are different skylights for that. Sometimes they want to do just what some of the pictures showed, beauty up their living room. So determine why you want light in. Then we're going to want to know where do you think you want the skylights. And then
and most importantly, call you guys at Western Roofing because you do specialize this and you'll walk us through, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
That's what we do.
Thank you, Kevin. You
Thank
do
you.
light up my life, by the way.
Thank you.
And for more information about Western Roofing Specialists, you can go to our website, momseveryday.com. Thank you for joining me today and every day. I'm your host, Jen Lennon, for momseveryday.com.
Visit Moms Every Day online or on the go through our Moms Every Day app. Download it today to find local solutions for you and your family.